Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Planet Nintendo Podcast. What is up, everybody? Bobby here, the Nintendo Guru, and this is a little bit different. We're definitely going into uncharted territories at the moment. I want to welcome the two people that are the guests, the hosts, the other hosts. I don't know why I would say guests. The co-hosts to my show. We are the Triforce right now. Like, if you look at the video version of this is essentially the Triforce. Yeah. So to my left, I'm going to start off with Joe. Joe, after work. What is up, Joe? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. It has been a crazy week, and I think 2017 is probably the year of games. I'm just gonna leave it right there.
That's for damn sure. And then the guy who will be in the host seat next week, Patrick McNamara, Nintendo Talk. What is up, sir?
What is up, guys? Patrick here, and it's pretty exciting. Exciting stuff going on.
So let's break this down, because you guys are probably watching this right now going, what the hell just happened here? Where did these three clowns come from? Why are they on my YouTube screen? What is going on? So essentially, this is our episode 0. This is basically where if we're going to make mistakes, we're going to mess things up, we're going to learn from what we're doing and kind of get a flow and build a flow of this. This episode also might go a tad longer than a typical episode, just because we need to work out some kinks and get everything to the best of our abilities. That said, the way it's going to work is this. Every week, the three of us will come together. We will record an episode of Planet Nintendo Podcast. It'll end up on Patrick's channel. So if you want to watch the video version of this, you're going to want to move over right now and head on over to Nintendo Talk on YouTube. What is it? YouTube.com/Nintendo Talk. Yep. You got that all sorted out, right? That's
it should be good.
We're not R-Wing wacko world right now, right? We're not that Star Fox world right now. We're Planet Nintendo. We're Nintendo.
Hey,
YouTube. Listen for everybody that knows me. You two are in for a rude awakening.
Wait, do I have a Star Fox buddy right now?
No,
dude. Oh my goodness. Yes, please. Yes. Oh man.
Okay.
I saw your YouTube handle originally. I was like, oh, amazing. Yes.
I'm outnumbered, people. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be fun.
Dude, it's 2-1. You're not going to win today.
I win every day. Don't worry about that. Okay, so that said, basically, here's the way it's going to work, though. We're going to do approximately 4 days. 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, and then the whole show. It'll all end up on Patrick's show. So on Mondays, you'll have... Basically, it'll be our... whatever we're doing at the moment. We'd like to do something where we're doing a what we're playing. And essentially what we would like to try to get into is 1 week we'll do what we're playing, and then the next week we would like to, if we have the possibility to, all line up together, do a review of a game of some sorts. Whatever that might be. Whatever we can get our hands on at the moment. Maybe next week we might have some SteamWorld Heist or SteamWorld Dig 2 on your hands. That might be, that might, don't. Maybe. Anyway, but this week we want to do something different. But before I get in, I'm getting way ahead of myself here. So that would be the first segment. So you would watch that on Monday. Then on Tuesdays, it'll be Patrick's topic. Whatever Patrick wants to talk about this week or that week in particular, that'll be the episode that you will watch on Tuesdays. Approximately 10 to 15 minutes long. I'm assuming each segment might go a little bit longer, might go a little shorter. We'll see how it all works out. On Wednesdays, Nest Day, as I like to call it, Mr. Joe, after work, it'll be his topic. And then we save the best for last, the greatest of them all. Thursdays is my topic, and then once that topic hits, then on Fridays, if you don't want to do all that, you can watch it all in its entirety. Now, here's another little twist or a wrinkle to it all. There'll be an audio version of this, and the audio version, I haven't worked out the details yet, but it'll happen. Don't worry about it. It's going to be over at dayspace.com. That will be the home of this. As well, it'll be available on iTunes, Google Play, like wherever you can get podcasts. We're going everywhere. Wherever you can be, wherever you can check it out. This is exciting. This is pretty awesome. So I don't know. Do you guys have anything you want to before we get into all the gist of things? Like, do you guys want to say anything about what we're doing here or your mindset at the moment?
I'm really excited to not only do a podcast, because that was like my original idea for the entire channel, but you guys as well. I mean, I'm more familiar with Bobby, but me and Joe, Star Fox. I mean, come on.
Come on, here we go. This is the beginning of a beautiful relationship,
Oh,
man.
it is, definitely.
I mean, I can leave, and you two can have at it. You know what I mean? You can have your Fox McCloud circle jerk over there, and I can just, I can just back slowly out of this, you know what I mean? But wait a minute. Okay, so I got to say this. This is, first off, Joe.
What's up?
That shirt, dude.
Yeah.
That shirt is epic, man.
Dude.
Is that a Bowser shirt?
It is a Bowser shirt from Nintendo New York.
Oh.
They had it there. It's funny. I went in with the sole purpose of picking up Samus Returns for a buddy of mine, so I can get the keychain.
Oh.
I'm a sucker.
Yeah.
And then I saw this, and I was like, "This is perfect for my topic. I'm buying it."
It's right on. It's right on. It's par for the course.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I went on to get my 4 teeth taken out. So.
Oh, good God. Okay, so
I just have to say something first. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
These freaking amiibos, man.
Oh.
Holy crap. Like, the quality has gone way up.
Yes.
And it's squishy.
These amiibo?
Oh, man. I'm getting mine tomorrow.
Is this what you're talking about? These amiibo right here? See, but here's the thing. You guys, you don't think that the Nintendo guru can actually be here and not actually represent, right? Like, actually, with the 3DS.
That's what I'm talking about,
yes,
man. Yeah.
That's it. I got this. I go to GameStop today, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm here to pick up my Samus 3DS. And they're like, the game or the... I'm like, no, the 3DS. Come on, dude. What do you mean the game? I'm like, the game. The 3DS. Come on. Hook it up, bro. So he's like, all right. And he's trying to sell me on the, on the insurance plan. I said, let me explain something to you. The thing's not coming out of the box. It's going in my glass case with all my other 3DSs. Like, I'm not even using the thing. This is a collector's item. That's the only reason I bought this thing. Has nothing to do with playing with it. I have my other ones charging right now, so I can play Metroid when I get done with you two jabronis. Actually, I'm actually going to play Splatoon 2 tonight. That's the main thing. I want to play that new map.
Man.
I want to play Kelp Doom. We'll get into that, though. But I have the actual, with the smaller version with the faceplates. And what I got was, I bought the Ambassador faceplates that came out in the UK that say Nintendo on it. It's Nintendo on the one side in silver, and on the back side it's in kanji in Nintendo. They're really nice, man.
Nice.
I upset a few UK people because they came out. You like, it was an exclusive Ambassador program to get them, to get the 3DS when it first announced the smaller one and all that. You had to be invited to buy it. It wasn't to everybody. They just randomly pulled names. And then the faceplates come out, and I scooped the faceplates, and they're like, dude, I had to pay like $200-something to get that. I'm like, not me. I paid like $12. I got the kid. Just slap it on. Good to go.
Oh, that is dope.
So this week we wanted to start things off a little different. We didn't want to go into what we were playing, because obviously, I mean, we're all probably playing the same things at this moment. But that said, we wanted to talk about the Nintendo Direct that just happened 2 days ago, something like that. Which I don't know when you guys are going to be listening to this. Monday, I assume, if Patrick can get his editing up and get it done in time. So in theory, like this Monday, you would listen to it. So that's almost a week away or whatever. But so that said, let's start this. Let's go this. It'll take too long to do an entire rundown. Let's just do this. We'll start with Joe. What is your one key thing that really got you hyped for this?
Oh, man. It's going to sound real cheesy, and it's a very, very small thing, but it has to do with Fire Emblem Warriors. Lyn being added to Fire Emblem Warriors. I was waiting for it. I was like, are they not going to do this? Are they just going to give us a bunch of Fates and Awakening? Like,
I just want Camilla, man. I don't care about the rest.
I love those
games.
Is
Camilla in it?
Camilla is there. Camilla's there.
Oh, then I'm good then.
I was like, I was good with that, and I was like, oh, but if they bring in Lyn, and then they made that announcement, and she is kicking butt. It is amazing. I'm there. I played it at Nintendo New York E3 week, and it feels so good with the Pro Controller, man. That game plays so smooth. The animations are so wild, like the specials that you do with all the characters. So as soon as I get Lyn, that's it. It's a wrap. all I'm playing with.
Patrick, what about you? What's the one thing that like got you hyped in all of this?
Honestly, I would have to say Bethesda.
Yeah.
And that's really weird, like for Bethesda to win the Direct, but they not only gave us Skyrim, Doom, Wolfenstein, like this is what third parties should be doing. Like the Switch is the hottest thing right now. Why not throw everything on it? I'm sure we'll see something like Fallout soon.
Oh God, man.
Oh man.
My wife
Bethesda, you won that Direct.
My wife would be very happy if that happened. Seriously. So
I mean
So for me, here's the crazy thing, and I'm not going to name names because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. My reaction for Doom, it was not. I don't want to say it was fake, but I knew Doom was coming. I found out the night before that Doom was coming. A buddy of mine actually played it, had demoed it, and showed me a picture of him playing it, and I was like, "Holy cow!" But like,
wow,
I didn't know about Wolfenstein. And I didn't know, like, they were going to show it that soon. So, if you watch my live reaction video that I did, because I was filming while I did it, I was sitting there and I was like, wait a minute, 2 key shooters. And I'm like, they're showing Skyrim, and I'm saying on mic, and I'm like, they just showed something about 2 key shooters up next. What the heck are they talking about? And I started to think, like, oh my God, Doom is coming. They're going to show Doom now. Like, it's ready. And then, boom, here it comes. And I was just soup because, number one, that was my game of the year last year.
Yeah.
So I love that game. And then the fact that they're coming already, like I thought this was months and months and months and months away, like maybe 6 months to a year away before it'll be ready. It's ready now. Not now, but like it's playable. They're playing it now. Like it's ready to go probably in the next 6 months, I would think. Like probably early 2018, we're going to start getting these games, and that's phenomenal to me. I think that is exactly what Nintendo needs. It's what the Switch needs. I'm hyped for this. Like, I'm ready. I'm like, let's go, man. For me, personally, I mean, obviously I got hyped about Doom. I think the shocker of it all, if I'm being fair and honest, was Minecraft on 3DS.
That was out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't think anybody saw that coming at all. Now, I'm a little confused by it, because it's like, man, this is like 3 years too late. Like, I don't understand why you're bringing it out now at the end of the life cycle. But Minecraft is Minecraft, and that is what it is. I like that it did 2 things. It included like the touch controls that are on the mobile version of Minecraft, and I also like that they did the, that it's just a smaller handheld version of it, and you're able to do all that stuff. Like, it doesn't look great. It definitely doesn't look like. I mean, Minecraft doesn't look great as it is most of the time, but like this just looks even worse than I think. Now, I don't know if that was just the video feed or what it was. I don't know. But the thing that got me super through the roof excited was another Pro Controller. And I'm going on to this mission of collecting Pro Controllers now. What are you thumbs downing, man? Like, I'm collecting these things. So when I saw... Because here's why I got excited. Because I thought, oh my God, we're going to get a Mario Odyssey one. And then we didn't get a Mario Odyssey one. I was like, what the hell is that?
I'm like, all about them Joy-Cons, man.
I'm not a fan of the... Okay, so, like, I like the Joy-Cons. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm not a fan of, like, playing with the Joy-Cons. Like, I would probably get the red Joy-Cons if they sold them separately, just to mix it up. What I don't like about their special editions that they do is... So, okay, they're putting out the Odyssey Special Edition. I don't like the fact that it's just the red Joy-Cons. I feel like the dock should be red. I feel like the back of the Switch should be red.
That was the perfect opportunity to do something like that.
Like,
for sure.
Like, to me, that's a special edition. Like, dude, this. Like, could you imagine if it was just, like, you opened it up and just the inside had, like, a small little picture of Samus and that was all we got? Like, that was it? Like, the outside was normal 3DS color or whatever. Like, no, man. Do something special. Even if this was just colors, right? So even if this was just, like, orange and yellow with no silhouette of Samus or none of that, like, it would be lackluster in my opinion. Do something special, man. Like, really knock it out the park. Like, the only one that's doing something special is the Monster Hunter one. You know, that's got, like, a cool-looking dock and all that. Like, I don't know. Okay, so before we wrap up and move on to our first topic, let's just grade this thing. Let's give an official grade to the Nintendo Direct. Patrick, I'll start with you this time. Like, what would you give this out of 1 to 10? Where would you grade this?
I think if you look at the presentation as a whole, and you're not looking into it too much, you're kind of just like, hey, the Switch looks pretty good. Like, it has good third-party support, has good major games coming out. For me, I kind of wanted to see more of next year, but I know that that's kind of more of like an E3 thing. I would probably give this maybe like a 7.
Okay.
I think it was good. It hit on some points, but there's definitely things that could have been announced. We'll get to that later, but
Yeah.
it was just okay for me. I would say 7 though.
Patrick, what about you? Joe. Patrick 2.
No,
Patrick 2.
I think I gotta agree with Patrick there. I'd give it around a 7. I was leaning towards 8 at first. I watched it again. I was like, they did that weird thing again. And it seems like they're doing this more often, where they're speed running the presentation, throwing game after game. It's like, hey, we've got this game coming out. Oh, by the way, there's this one, and then this one. Now here's a big long demo of this game right here.
Yeah.
Followed by fire, shooting out like 10 more games in 30 seconds. But I'd have to say it's around there. I like that they were really strong with the third-party support as well for the Switch. I think, like Patrick was saying before, having Doom, having New Colossus coming out there is going to be great. I'm still cautious about that, only because I've already seen some games that are third-party supported that are having frame rate issues in the handheld mode, and I know that is a key thing with the Switch that Nintendo's trying to push. Yes, it is their home console, but taking it on the go as well is just as important. I take this thing with me everywhere alongside my 3DS, and just to give an example, Knights of Azure 2 and Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 both have these weird dips in frame rate that are under 30 frames that chug when there's a certain amount of characters on screen. And I'm just fearing with a game like Doom that's going to happen, because Doom is all about just chaos and brutality and knocking your opponents fist first.
So I will say this. I will say this just because I know. It's going to be locked at 30. That is what it's going to be. It's not going to be 60 frames. They can't get it at 60. They're trying, but they can't get it at 60. But here's the thing for me. If it's locked at 30, I think we're okay. It just has to stay. A game like Doom has to stay locked. And apparently, like, the two games that you mentioned, in my opinion, both hot trash in the summer. They're both basically basically just games that aren't by huge or developers that kind of know what they're doing in those terms. When you look at like Rocket League, that game is going to run locked at its frame rates. Bethesda, because Nintendo's working with these companies to get them locked at their. Yeah. You look at like NBA Playgrounds, right? That had frame rate issues. That had a bunch of stuff, and Nintendo worked side by side with them to fix any issues. I mean, dude, the game of the year right now, in my mind, Breath of the Wild, that had frame rate issues, and Nintendo fixed them. So it may be coming out the gates. It might be a little wacky. It's a Bethesda game. It's gonna be janky at times.
Skyrim.
But Nintendo should be able to work with these guys to go, okay, let's massage this up and let's fix it and let's move forward with it. For me personally, I'm gonna give this thing an 8. Leaning to a 9, but here's my thing. I felt like the games that were shown, presented, amazing. All top notch. Home run after home run after home run after home run. I don't like this thing they do where they show a bunch of games and then they go for this long, expanded... Like, I'm watching the thing and I'm like, guys, stop talking about... I'm sold. Stop talking about Xenoblade Chronicles. I'm sold.
Yes,
move on. Just keep going, man. Stop. And that's the thing. Like, if they would just do these breakout videos after... You know what I mean? Like, just go, like, hey, guys, you know what you could do? Like, you could cut that thing. I think it was about 10 minutes. It was Xenoblade Chronicles. You could cut it down to, like, 5 minutes. And then go, for more information, go to our YouTube page after this presentation, and there'll be more footage and more, that's the time I want to learn about mechanics. During a Nintendo Direct, I just want to know what games are coming. Hit me with that rapid fire. If you wanted... the way ultimately for me, what I would like to see is expand a little bit with what they're showing. So take it from maybe like the 30 seconds to maybe 45 to a minute. And then the long sections, cut them back. And then throw in more. And we're good. Like, I would be fine with that. So
yeah, because that last direct, they did the rapid fire thing, but then they saved the 2 big announcements for the end.
Yes.
I thought that was kind of good, but like you said, the Xenoblade one, that went on. For
even Octopath, even like Project Octopath Traveler.
Yeah.
Like I'm dude, I want that game.
Oh my god, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like I want that game. I'm hyped for that game. But I was just like, okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
I see what I need to see. I'm buying this thing. You don't need to show me no more. Just move on. And the thing is like, again, you could just be like, hey guys, if you want to see more about this, come check out our channel after this. You know what I mean?